Hey Cowboys Nation, welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analysis, rumors, to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. MICAH Parsons announcing his departure from the Dallas Cowboys has sent shockwaves through the NFL world, and whether you're a die-hard Cowboys fan or just a casual follower of football, you've probably felt that tremor. It all started as a whisper, a strange tweet, a cryptic emoji, and suddenly the sports world went into a frenzy. MICAH Parsons, the heart of the Cowboys' defense, possibly leaving Dallas. It sounds unthinkable. And yet, here we are. The rumor is gaining momentum. Sources close to this situation are suggesting that the decision wasn't easy, but the offer on the table was, in their words, irresistible. Now, we're not just talking about money here. We're talking legacy. We're talking culture. We're talking about a player who's always seen himself as more than a linebacker. Someone who craves challenge, recognition, and yes, rings. Could this be about more than just a contract? Could it be about frustration? About the Cowboys' failure to reach the Super Bowl during his time? Or is it simply a matter of business? Whatever the reason, MICAH Parsons making a move is more than a headline. It's a shift. And it might just be the first domino in a wild NFL offseason. Let's break this down a little further, because something doesn't quite add up. MICAH Parsons is not just any player. He's the kind of generational talent you build your franchise around. He's disruptive, explosive, vocal, and absolutely essential. The Cowboys have marketed him as a face of the franchise. He's everywhere. Social media, interviews, community work. So why on earth would a team let him walk? Or even entertain the thought? That's where the intrigue begins. Some insiders believe this wasn't entirely the Cowboys' choice. There's a whisper that Parsons himself initiated the talks, requesting the front office to entertain external interest. And what's more curious, Jerry Jones didn't shut it down. Now, when Jerry doesn't shut something down, it usually means there's at least a conversation happening behind the scenes. And if there's a conversation, there's smoke. And where there's smoke, you know the rest. Reports are emerging that multiple top-tier teams have been circling MICAH for months. Quiet conversations, feelers being put out, agents doing their thing behind closed doors, and then bam, a massive offer appears. One that the Cowboys were reportedly not prepared to match, not because they couldn't, but maybe because they wouldn't. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Word around the league is that the team that made the offer wasn't just throwing cash at Parsons. They were offering vision, purpose, a clearly defined role in a defense built entirely around his skill set, a coaching staff willing to unleash him in ways that Dallas never truly did. And here's the kicker: they promised something even bigger: leadership. Not just being a part of the puzzle, being the centerpiece. The rumor mill points to a team in the AFC with a defensive-minded head coach, a loaded roster, and a window that's wide open. Some are whispering about the Baltimore Ravens, others throw in the Jets, especially with their star-studded defense and a now healthy Aaron Rodgers back in the mix. But a name that keeps coming up is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Parsons idolized the Steel Curtain growing up. He's spoken about his respect for Mike Tomlin. Could the Steelers be the dark horse here? The structure fits, the culture fits, and from a football standpoint it makes too much sense. And if that's the team that made the offer, then yeah, maybe it really was irresistible. But let's not forget the Cowboys' side of this. If they truly allowed this move to happen, then we have to ask, what are they thinking? Are they preparing for a rebuild? Are they cutting costs in preparation for a mega extension to someone else? Maybe CeeDee Lamb or Dak, or maybe they're just done waiting. Maybe they feel like they've maxed out this current core, and it's time to shake things up. MICAH's departure might just be the beginning of a broader reset in Dallas. Don't forget, this is a franchise that hasn't reached an NFC championship game in nearly 3 decades. Pressure is mounting. Jerry Jones isn't getting any younger. He's desperate to win, but is he willing to sacrifice star power to rebuild correctly? The Cowboys have a history of making bold moves, trading away Herschel Walker, letting DeMarcus Ware walk, cutting Dez Bryant. The brand always comes first. The star on the helmet is bigger than any one player. At least, that's the philosophy. But losing MICAH, that's more than just business. That's risking the very soul of your defense. And fans, they're furious, confused, betrayed. And they're demanding answers. Let's talk about timing. Because if this rumor is true, and Parsons is indeed walking away or worse, Being traded then, why now? Why at this moment, in the heart of the offseason, when everything's supposed to be about optimism, growth, and building for next season? Timing is everything in the NFL. And this moment feels too precise to be a coincidence. Some sources suggest that this is a preemptive strike, that Parsons wanted out before training camp, that he didn't want to go through another year of almost and maybes. There's even talk of friction behind the scenes, frustration with Dan Quinn's departure, disappointment in how he was used last season, rumors of locker room tension. Could MICAH have simply grown tired of the Cowboys' way? Or maybe he just saw the writing on the wall. Maybe he realized that the Super Bowl window in Dallas is closing and he's not willing to waste his prime chasing ghosts, whatever the reason. The timing suggests urgency, finality. This isn't a long play. This is a clean break. And if that's true, then buckle up, because the NFL landscape is about to change. And then there's the money. Because as much as players say it's not about the cash, the reality is, yeah, it kind of is. MICAH Parsons was due for a massive extension. We're talking record-setting, market-setting type numbers, and by all accounts, the Cowboys weren't close. Negotiations were tense, according to some insiders. Others claim they were non-existent. What's more, MICAH reportedly felt disrespected by early offers, the number he had in mind, north of $150 million, fully guaranteed. Maybe not all of it, but a lot more than Dallas was ready to shell out, and that's where the irresistible offer becomes more than a phrase, because one team apparently said yes. They didn't flinch. They backed up the truck and handed MICAH the bag. Guaranteed money, incentives, a no-tag clause. Everything a star pass rusher dreams of. And if you're MICAH, staring down the barrel of a career defined by violence and wear and tear, can you really say no? Even if your heart is in Dallas, your future might be somewhere else. Somewhere that values not just what you've done, but what you can become, financially and on the field. That kind of security, that's priceless. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well, but let's not paint this as purely financial. There's another layer here: identity. MICAH Parsons has always carried himself with swagger, charisma, and a sense of purpose. He's not just a football player, he's a brand, and in today's NFL, brand matters. Players want to control their image, they want platforms, they want impact, and Dallas, for all its spotlight, may not have given MICAH the creative or personal freedom he craved. There's been talk about off-field disagreements, MICAH's podcast appearances, his vocal criticism of the team's performance, his public feuds on social media. All of it reportedly rubbed some people in the Cowboys organization the wrong way. Was he seen as too outspoken, too independent? Some say yes, and maybe MICAH took note of that. Maybe he realized that being a Cowboy was limiting his personal brand, that he could be more than just a defensive star, he could be a cultural icon. And maybe another team embraced that, promised to empower it, because sometimes players don't just want to be used, they want to be understood and respected. That, too, can be irresistible. And if MICAH felt suffocated in Dallas, then this move makes perfect sense. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.